What's up, guys? Back with another episode of The Outer Worlds here on the Skooled Zone. I got a lot of positive comments on the last video, which is really cool. People are really digging this game. I didn't get a lot of views though, relatively speaking, of course. I know people that have, less subscribers would kill for 1,000 or 2,000 views, but if you try to make a living at this, it's only like $2 for 8 to 10 hours of work that I put into it. So that could be an issue as I'm trying to weigh my options on time well spent. I have a few ways I might be able to spike some interest though. To my surprise, a lot of you did say you wanted to see walkthroughs and even trivia walkthroughs. That's awesome. One of the deterrents I think people have on clicking on these kind of videos is that they see the minute count on the thumbnail, and if it says a number that's close to an hour, it can be a little daunting, A lot of people don't want to start off watching something they can't finish, so they put it off and then forget about it. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to combine the best of all worlds here, okay? I'm going to do trivia walkthroughs of The Outer Worlds, but using the model that I used for my Saturday night specials, not Fallout 4. So you'll see little pop-ups with cool factoids, which I think is going to be awesome. But I'm still going to narrate the walkthrough myself. This will just speed things along. I'm also going to cut out all the slow parts, like traveling and pouring through all my skills when I level up. I'll just show you guys the final destination or the final level up result. That way the videos are still brisk. And I'm going to try to keep the videos around 30 to 45 minutes. I'm always looking for a clean place to end the episode, but we'll see how it goes. And lastly, I'll mostly tackle the main storyline on camera and do all the side quests off camera. If there's any tips or tutorials gleaned from those side quests, I'll make a separate video about those. So what do you think? Does that sound like a plan? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. In the meantime, let's pick up right from where I left off in the last video. Okay, so we were just about to head outside here to the botanical gardens. All right, cool. All this is new to me, guys. I'm experiencing this for the first time with you. So if you've already done this before and I missed something, have some mercy.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Let me just check the map here. Oh, so we got to get way out there. Okay. Well, let me just see what this is about real quick, and I'll... Ooh, do we want to pick the lock with that guy right there? Yeah, we do. Why not? I can always reload. Oh, there we go again.
Gosh, that's clever.
Can we close it? Yes, we can. Sorry, Parvati. I locked her out. All right, let's check this out real quick. It's probably nothing, but... Ooh, look at that. Just watching. That's some good stuff to steal, though. Oh, I want that. He's not looking. Let's see if this will work. Sweet. It did. Love being a stealthy character. Now go ahead and walk that way. Perfect. So awesome. All right, we did it, guys. No negative consequences, and we made off like bandits. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be a bit of a journey. I don't even know how to get there just yet. But this would be an example of something where I'll probably just cut ahead. Here we go.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Well, I'm looking for Adelaide, so let's get some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Much obliged.
Wow, look at that Aurora Borealis. And those must be the rings of the planet that we're orbiting. All right, let's head into what she called the hothouse.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Yes, yes, I'm being a little bit sneaky.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery. So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
All right. They make you make a pretty difficult choice here.
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry. I'm just not everybody, I reckon. I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him. There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G? Oh, sure. Sure thing.
Okay. So, what do I do? Let's see here.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Okay, we are approaching the geothermal plant, I believe. And how do we get in? Oh, he's red. Oh man, there's a bunch of them. I wonder if this was supposed to happen. Man, Parvati,
I always wanted to poke around in here.
you gotta start sticking with me. I'm probably gonna have to change your settings. Can't wait till I get a sniper rifle.
Halt.
Oh, I see. Maybe we just shoot those things.
Performing.
Here we go!
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Who's too strong? Hit it with something else!
Although you do get good XP for those things. I think I'm just going to move along. So I get some better weapons.
searching for.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Unexpected. Investigating.
Get ready! Bouncing off! Nice one!
Wired in nearby automac.
Damn it, I keep pressing that for the time dilation.
Everyone all right?
Okay, sweet. Yeah, let's check it out real quick. Wow, you can actually climb ladders in this game. Unlike a certain other game we know, right?
Nicely done.
Well, hey, it gave us some XP. Man, I don't know if I made the right decision, but I guess we'll see.
Three switches. That'll be easy enough. Gosh, that's clever. happened.
Secure.
Incoming!
Man, that's some recoil there, isn't it? Like giving you whiplash.
Try something else! Got 'em all! Okay, keep 'em quiet.
You're not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom.
Okay, he must be downstairs. That was weird.
You're not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Process.
Here we go! Nice one!
Sweet. So my intuition was right. Those little blue dots on the mechanicals are considered critical hit spots. That is good.
Want to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Oh, that means there's still an option. I think we're gonna do a little sneaking right here. There's too many of them.
Processing data. System. Performing an error.
I guess we don't have a choice. Draw these guys out this time. Wow, there's a lot of them here. What do we do? I have to run for a second here. Dang, almost made it out.
Shh.
You're not real. You're not real. No, 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 just leave me alone. me, Phantom!
Oh, yeah.
You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Awesome. So that was the trick. Doesn't say stealing, so let's just do it.
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Veil?
Sweet, I think that did it. Nice. And we're dying. Awesome. That's them shooting each other. Sweet.
Threat level neutralized. Unexpected. Investigate.
Incoming! We're not getting through! Got them all! Want to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Halt. Now switching to garbage disposal mode. System.
Here they come! We're not... Can't get past that! Can't get past that armor! That's the last. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
All right, here we go.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
What do I do? What do I do? Because both sides are gonna, oh man, they make this really tough.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Okay, so let's see what happens here. Redirect power. Continue. Okay, so, you know, that Reed Thompson guy, he was kind of shady, you gotta admit. So maybe all the people can come out here to the nice garden. I'm just gonna go ahead and redirect it to the botanical laboratory. Okay, so they clearly will hate me now, but let's see where this leads. If that's just leading us out, then I may round out the episode. It is, I believe. Here we go.
Sweeping the air.
Here they come!
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's get out of here. Okay, so which direction is that? That's Edgewater. Didn't I want to talk to... Oh well. Alright guys, well this seems like good a place as any to end the episode. We're definitely making tracks. I like the decision-making process you have to make in this game, because obviously things are going to have consequences. But this is a really cool game so far. I think one of the charms of this game is going to be all the tinkering and customization you can do with your character, especially around leveling up and stuff. I can definitely see people wanting to try multiple playthroughs so they can try different tactics and combos. It's going to be fun. Make sure you show me some love with that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and if you want to help me get closer to doing YouTube full time, consider joining the Student Council over on Patreon. Links are always in the description below. Thanks again guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.